everybody, it's Luigi for Life. Today I want to make this tutorial video on how to install the SNES emulator on your Nintendo Wii. Now this is the best one I've known myself, so if you have any other choices, then do so yourself, but this one's for the one on the screen because I always forget the name. But basically, what you're going to need is a homebrewed Wii. You're going to need that. You're going to need an SD card. And you need to have a source of ROMs, but I cannot give you a source of ROMs because that is illegal. But I will help you with getting the homebrew apps in a zip folder that I'll leave in the description below that you can put on your SD card. So what you're going to want to do is go over to your homebrew channel and start it. So once you're on your homebrew channel, you're going to want to run the homebrew browser and load it. There's a chance it can crash. If so, you could just restart your Wii. So if you see that little line, it's totally normal. But what you want to do is you're going to press left on your D-pad to go over to the emulators section. And there is an optional part. If you want to install the actual channel, you can install the channel installer, the SNES9xGX channel installer. That's if you want to have a channel. I'm going to go and install that. See if I... Alright, I don't kernel panic. That's what I call it, even though that's for a Mac, but you get the point. But, yeah, you're just going to download it, let it extract. So once it has done that, you're going to want to press B, scroll down to the SNES9xGX, the actual program, because if you install the channel and run it, it will not boot into anything, because, you know, it needs the base. This is just like if you create a customized Wii, or customized Me WAD channel, it doesn't have a base, DOL thing to boot into, so it's just gonna send you back to the Wii menu. So once it's done extracting, what you're going to want to do is press home and then go to return to loader. So now that you're back on the homebrew channel, you're going to see the SNES9xGX emulator. You're just going to want to go over to the channel installer and load that. Now you're going to see this screen. You can use a classic controller like I'm using, and you're going to get this message saying, do you want to install the channel? You're just going to want to go over to install. It's going to quickly install the channel. And then press OK. It should return you back into the homebrew channel. And you're just going to want to press home and back to system menu. Okay, so once you're back on the Wii menu, just let it, okay. You're going to see the Super Nintendo channel right here. You're just going to want to press A on that. And you're going to see the SNES9xGX little thingy here. You can see Link, Yoshi, Mega Man, Star Fox, basic Nintendo characters. You're just going to want to start it. Even though you have nothing on your SD card. I do, but I'll just get it out and put it back in. But you're going to want to start it so it can create the folder where you can put your ROMs in. So, once it boots, hopefully... Actually, I think you need to boot it in the homebrew channel first of all, before you run the channel. So, I'm just going to restart my Nintendo Wii. Okay, so now that you restarted your Wii, you're just gonna want to go over to the homebrew channel one more time and launch the app. Cause I don't know why that happened. Usually it works, but if not, you can try using the actual homebrew application. So you can delete the installer if you want to. Um, you're gonna want to go down to the emulator and load that. Alright, so this is the screen you're supposed to see. Now what it should have done is make the folder, the SNES9xGX folder, and when you first see it, you should only see up one level. These right here you shouldn't see. So you're gonna want to press home to return back to either the Wii menu if you use the actual channel loader, or the homebrew channel if you use the app. So I'm just going to go back to the system menu. So now that you're here, what you're going to want to do is eject your SD card so you can put it in your computer. Now, you're just going to hear the little sound taking it out. Now what you're going to want to do is insert it to your computer. Now, if you don't have any SD card ports, you might want to actually get a SD card to USB converter so that it detects it as a USB, but it's really an SD card. So now on my computer screen, you're gonna want to go to your File Explorer or Finder if you're on a Mac. Head to your SD card, and then you're gonna see the new folder right here. Just gonna double click it, and then go to ROMs, and then this folder is just gonna be empty right here. And then you're just going to put your ROMs here. I'm just gonna skip. So you can see I got Mario Paint, I got Super Mario All-Stars, and Super Mario All-Stars with Mario World. Once you get all the ROMs you want, you're gonna right click the SD card thing and eject it. If you're Mac, there should be an eject icon. And you're just going to want to click it and then eject it. So you're gonna now insert it back to your Nintendo Wii. And then you're going to go back to the channel. Just gonna run the forwarder to see if it works now. Alright, so now that you're on here, you're just going to see all your games here. And you can go to settings. I don't really see why, as you don't change any game settings. You don't change any game settings until you're actually on a game. So I'm just going to go to Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. You're going to see that little coin. And you're going to see the games here. It's working. You're going to want to press home. And you're going to... Yeah, my battery's about to die. You're going to see this menu. And you're just going to want to go to game settings. And change the button mappings. By default, you should have your controller set to SNES controllers 2. Because that's what the default is. If you have a game like Mario Paint, you can just change it to the SNES mouse, but it's a bit buggy in my opinion. But you can customize everything for the Wii remote, GameCube controller, classic controller, or Wii remote with nunchuck. The classic controller is the best controller to use this, to be honest, because it's a classic game. But now you can just play all the emulated games as you would if you actually own them. Now, do note that you actually have to own the actual physical game to legally have the ROMs. At least that's what I heard from an article. But you could just play the game normally. Yeah, so frick. But yeah, that's really it. So if you want to hear more tutorials for your Nintendo Wii, go ahead and do so. If you want a tutorial on how to get the SNES, or not the SNES, the NES emulator, or even the Game Boy emulator, just let me know in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.